Hey y'all! I feel like I match with the room. Some of us can't get in the. I feel like I match with the room. How did I end up in the hospital?
Heartbeat in the night, cold air pricks my skin, lost in fading light.
I made it to the ER. I came in because my doctor recommended that I just rule out the pneumothorax and the he said a blood clot as well. So I just got here. I came straight in. It's 9 o'clock at night. I'm praying that I'm not here until tomorrow morning because that has happened to me before. So fingers crossed that it's not bad. That I don't know. I'm just praying that it's just nothing major. So we'll see. Look at my outfit, y'all. New Balance. Okay, I just had my chest x-ray and I feel like now that I'm at the hospital everything feels worse. Because it just means like I'm walking down the hall and I'm like, my chest feels so heavy. I don't know, just dramatic I guess, but I've been here maybe an hour and a half now. I wouldn't be surprised if I'm here for another 3 hours. If I get out within the next hour, I would be shocked, but we'll see what the chest x-rays say. I don't know. I keep saying hopefully it's good. I feel like I already know what it is, but hopefully it's not that bad, I guess. And I don't need anything major. So anyway, I'm going to get back to reading my book or watching some YouTube. Blood work done. So it's probably been at least 15 minutes, 20 minutes since my last video. So we're rolling. I'm fingers crossed. That's tight finger crossed that it's not one of those times where everything goes fast and then all of a sudden you just sitting here waiting like they forgot about you. So I will be back as soon as something else happens. I've been sitting in the chair so that I can charge my phone. I got Cheez-Its because I didn't eat before I came. I wasn't hungry. But you know how it is. You wait too long, you start getting hungry. This is the book I've been reading. And this is the book that I told myself I'm going to start reading. I might work on this now. Just trying not to stress. As expected. It's a little lung collapse. And now they are talking about transferring me to the bigger hospital so that, I guess they can just figure out, what to do. I don't know. I'm just trying not to stress myself. It's late and I just knew I would be here. I'd rather come in the morning, and my husband was like, just go, just go. It is 2:48, 8 a.m. They just knocked on my door to tell me that they're gonna come and get me for a CT scan. So I've dozed off a little bit, but not enough rest. I just want to go home. I'm so tired. It is 6:20 in the morning and I'm still here. I knew I was going to be here for a while. They're basically waiting to transfer me to the main hospital. I had a, trying to pull my arm up. Oh God, my stomach. I had a CT scan at about 3:30 this morning. I still haven't got the results from that. And I already told you guys I had chest x-ray. That was about 1 o'clock in the morning, but apparently they're just waiting for me to be able to be transferred to a main hospital where there are lung doctors that can look at my lung and kind of figure out, I guess, like how bad the pneumothorax is. I'm tired. I have been dozing off, but just like nothing like your bed. I had to take pain medicine. So I'm eating crackers. She brought me peanut butter, so I'm excited about that. I'm gonna eat that. What else? I guess that's it, y'all. I'm still in the same condition. I'm ready to go home, but you know, I'll go home when it's time for me to go home. I want to be well too, so I'm still tired, but I got breakfast. I keep dozing off, so I just feel like crap. Still here, still waiting. Okay. Lunch has come. I'm not sure if I'm gonna eat that. I might have to send Daniel for some. Let's see what it is. It is 12, y'all, and I'm still here waiting just for a doctor, just for somebody. I'm nauseous. I'm real nauseous. I just feel like I look sick at this point. Like, I'm so ready to get out of here, and it's not looking good for me. I did talk to the nurse, and she was just basically saying that they're really just waiting on the main hospital to have room for me and that doctor to clear me or not clear me, like to go home, basically. Now, I can leave at my own free will. Obviously, I can. The other part of me is like, I'm here. I know my lungs collapsed. I think I need to get details. But then the other part of me is like, I've had this before, and I'm going to be so upset if I do all this waiting for them to just say, go home and rest, and it'll get better on its own. Like, look at me, y'all. I've been here over 12 hours. I just feel like I'm just tired. You see me? I look sick. God. I'm waiting for the lung doctor.
Hi. I'm getting my hair done fresh. I'm buying something off of TikTok.
Look at her. I can't wait to spend her money. It's about buying something off of TikTok. You definitely brought everything you found, huh? Daniel, help her, please. I will be back. I will be back, and we're gonna sleep together and everything. Okay, don't be so rough. Stop crying, okay?
20 minutes later.
All right, y'all. It is 5 o'clock. It is what, Wednesday? So I've been here almost 24 hours, not quite, but it's 5 o'clock and it's dinner time. See, I'll keep y'all posted. I'm okay, other than just ready to get out of here. I literally feel like I did almost 24 hours in jail. I really feel that way. And my baby coming here crying because she wants her mommy and she didn't want to leave makes things 10 times worse. But I know I have to take care of myself so I can take care of them. So anyway, I'm gonna eat something, try to see how that goes, and I'll report back. The time has come. Transportation is on the way to get me, to transport me to the main hospital. So I'm just gonna have to go off. I don't know how I'll be doing this. Look. Just to get my shoes on, Lord. I am so ready to go. Only to be put in a room in another ER, but I'm just happy to be making progress. See a doctor over there and kind of get to the bottom of what's going on with me, how bad they think it is, maybe not so bad, you know, I don't know, some answers. So I can just get home. I'm putting on my shoes, but y'all know what it feel like when you're getting picked up at the jail to be transported to the jail that's closer to your house or to your city, whatever. Now, I've never been locked up, but I did work for the sheriff's department before, so I know how that feels. And that's how I feel like I ain't going home, but they picking me up to take me to the other jail so I can be closer to home. I'm so excited. I've been in this one room. I'm going to go sit in another room. I know I am, but Like I said, just one step closer. I don't know why I'm coughing all of a sudden. Made it to the other hospital. Had to take a ambulance ride here, but I am here. I'm gonna get settled in. As you see, it's 9 o'clock at night. I think the only thing I'm gonna try to do is just sleep so that the time can go by fast, and maybe I can see some doctors and figure out what's going on. Good morning. I am sitting here. I'm looking out the window. It's a rainy day. I'm just waiting. I feel like I'm just waiting. I asked my husband to bring me some clothes finally. I've had this on for, this is the, what? I don't even know what day it is. It's Thursday. Came Tuesday, so I had this on Tuesday, Wednesday. I had my husband to bring me some undergarments yesterday. So I'm like, just bring me some underclothes. I'll be all right. Because I thought when I got here, they may give me a gown or something. I just didn't want him to have to go through the hassle of bringing me clothes. So I'm just like, bring me the basic stuff that I need, some undergarments, some deodorant, and I'll work the rest out. And so now I just don't know. I'm here. I'm waiting to see the big lung doctor, the main lung doctor. I did see someone this morning. I'll talk about it. I feel like it's kind of making me emotional. So I don't know if I'm going home today or not. I'm waiting to see the doctor. So he's supposed to come around lunchtime. It's 9. It's almost 10 o'clock. So once he comes in, I'll determine whether I need clothes. I'm still ready to go home, but obviously I'm still just trying to take care of my health and see what's going on. So just a little update. So it's a little before noon, and the doctor just came in, and I'll probably go home today. He said go home by this afternoon. So I'm in here just walking around, y'all. I still got on my outfit from a few days ago, just looking a mess, but don't care. I even requested to take a shower. Like, hey, can y'all come take some of this stuff off? I got a whole bunch of stuff going on. I said, can y'all take some of this off so I can take a shower? And they said, yeah, we'll come back. But I just told him, he came in here to check my blood pressure. I said, don't worry about it. They said I might go home today. I'll just take my shower when I get home, go in my shower, okay? So I might not look happy, but I'm happy. I'm ready to roll out of here. Now, you know when they say they go send you home, it take 13 hours. So I might have 2 more meals in here before I can go home, but I know I'm on my way. So we'll see. Other than that, I've been walking around. I am going to tell you guys what the doctor said, but I'm going to wait till I get home because I've been kind of whispering since I've been here. I'm going to just wait until I get back home and sit down, and I'll just tell you guys what I'm looking at. Be very clear about why I was here and if I'll ever come back and all that good stuff. It's almost 4 in the afternoon and I'm about to be discharged finally. Whoever does this cannot come and do it right now. He said I could take it off myself. Say no more. Say less. Because I'm tired of tape and band-aids. Now listen, it's gonna have to glow for a while. Okay, I gotta take some stuff off here. I'm not gonna show y'all all my stuff, but I got stuff everywhere. This is my going home then. I'm going home. Hey y'all! I'm back home and I am resting again. As you see, I was trying to make my bed or wash our sheets and stuff, and I'm already down. Just taking a rest, trying to allow myself some rest. My recovery buddy is back and she wants me to braid her baby hair. I should have braided your hair before I left. I'll fix it, okay? I bought this for my office that I'm supposed to be working on this summer, and I have not started to work on it yet. But I like it. I like this little shape and everything. Oh, they may have touched it. Oh, okay. And if you know me, you know where I got this from. Home Goods. But anyway, let's go make breakfast for these girls. There's like this stuff everywhere. I'm gonna put this stuff up, but I'm gonna start cooking first. When I bend, I still feel the fluid. I always make my pancakes in measuring cups. I just feel like it's just easier for me to pour. Clean up. It's hard for me to cook and not clean. But I'm trying to do one task at a time before I get tired. So I just wanted to talk about my hospital visit, explain what the doctor said, and I guess kind of where I am with it. So as you know, well, you may not know if you have not been looking at my previous YouTube videos. It's okay, I'm gonna catch you up. So I went in a little over a week ago for a laparoscopic hysterectomy. I decided to do that because I had, okay, let's be very clear. I had heavy cycles. And most of my life, I started my cycle when I was 11. And they've always been pretty bad, not necessarily heavy. They started with me just being sick, very crampy. I would throw up and stuff like that. I remember being in middle school and high school, just miserable. But it went on throughout my adulthood. I had all three of my girls. By the birth of my second daughter, my periods began to be like very heavy. And I mean heavy. I mean, not to give too much information, but I just want it to be relatable for those who can relate, or for those who don't understand. I want it to be clear that I could put on the heaviest pad they make, the biggest tampon they make, and I would bleed through that in probably 45 minutes. It got so bad after the birth of my second daughter, my third daughter, I'm sorry. I didn't feel comfortable going outside on my cycle days without like a Depend, like a diaper. And I just got to the point where I was like, for one, that's a lot. I just was not comfortable. I remember getting my hair braided, y'all, one day, and came on my cycle that morning, and I got up from the chair and I realized I had a spot on the back of my pants, like just stuff like that. So, you know, it's embarrassing for one. Not just that, health-wise, I got to the point where I was having to have iron infusions. And that was just because my iron levels, of course, I was anemic, just always low. And of course, you know, you have side effects that you're tired all the time. Sometimes you can pass out, a lot of other things. So anyway, that's why I had my laparoscopic hysterectomy. And of course, I have been recovering from that. The recovery was much better than I thought because I was anticipating there possibly being an issue with urinating. They said that can be an issue when you recover from the surgery. You might not, your bladder may still be asleep from, it's a fly in here. Your bladder still may be asleep from the anesthesia. And what's another thing? They were talking about gas, very bad gas and gas pain. So I really, once I came home and I was able to TT, call it TT, and I didn't have all those gas pains, I was also able to have a bowel movement, which was very important for them. I felt like I was on the road to recovery. I had my surgery on a Tuesday. By Friday, if you guys remember, for those who've been watching the YouTube videos, if you haven't, like I said, it's okay. But if you remember, I told you guys on Friday, I felt like I was having a little shoulder pain. When I inhaled, I felt like I was having like a little pain here, a little pain back here. And I've had this feeling before because 2 years ago, I had what was called a spontaneous pneumothorax. And again, I'm repeating myself if you've been watching the other videos, but a spontaneous pneumothorax, and it's when you have like a lung collapse, basically. A slight one though, I've had a very small one. It's spontaneous for me because I don't have the history of people that may experience a pneumothorax. I've never been in a car accident. I'm not a smoker. I've never been a smoker. I'm not a vapor. You know, just a lot of things. I haven't been in a bad fight and somebody punched me in my chest. Nothing like that. And I think something about tall, slender males or people experience pneumothorax. I'm not a doctor. I'm just telling you what I've gathered over the last 2 years. But it was spontaneous. We never figured out why. It was small enough to heal on its own. I did not need to have a chest tube. I did not need to have a surgery or anything. So going back to Friday, I felt like I was experiencing the same symptoms. And my husband said, oh, wow, I forgot to tell you that the nurse said that you should practice your breathing. Because again, when you have this laparoscopic hysterectomy, they do put air into your belly to kind of expand it so that they can see while they're performing surgery. But I guess the anesthesiologist, because before I went to surgery, she did ask me about my previous pneumothorax. And I told her the same thing. I'm telling you guys, it was spontaneous. We never figured out why. Obviously, it was a concern for them, which is why she brought it up. And she said, well, we'll keep an eye on it. I learned later, again, why that air can put pressure on your organs and all that and cause a pneumothorax. And it can cause a pneumothorax in anybody. Let me be very clear. Not everybody. I don't know what the percentage is, but it can cause it for anybody. In my case, because I've had one before, I think they felt like, oh, this could trigger it again. So I went from Friday till Tuesday. And to be honest, the reason I did this because it felt very similar. I was just out of breath doing little things like maybe bending over, picking up toys off the floor. I knew before I came home and they told me to rest because, again, they felt like it wasn't big enough. But by Tuesday, I was just like, you know what? Maybe I shouldn't take it so lightly. I did just have a surgery. Let me at least run it past my OB to let him know I think that's what happened again. And I did, and his response was to go to the ER and get a chest x-ray as well as a CT scan, because he said not only could it be pneumothorax again, it could be a blood clot. And I think that kind of scared me, like, oh man. So I went, y'all. I went on Tuesday and today is Friday. I came home yesterday, Thursday evening. So of course it was a lung collapse. The chest x-ray showed that it was on the same side, about the same size. It's pretty much small, but enough, of course, to cause issues. I had to be transferred to a bigger hospital because the smaller hospital did not have the cardiologist, the lung doctor, those people that I needed to see to assess me, talk about this lung collapse. So when I made it, finally, because it was Wednesday night, it was a whole 24 hours later, they found a room for me in the main hospital. I took an ambulance ride there. And I didn't, because I got there so late at night, the doctor didn't come and see me until yesterday morning. But they explained that I should probably consider having a surgery. Because it wasn't major, and I mean major in size, and I was breathing and I didn't need oxygen and I wasn't like just down bad, they weren't recommended that I had surgery right then and there. Because typically if I was down bad and it was bigger than what it was, they would have came in there talking about having surgery, that I would need a surgery. It's not that I don't need a surgery, they're just saying that I should consider having an outpatient surgery for this, because when you have pneumothorax, there is always a chance that you can have it again. And I forgot what that first percentage is, but once you have one again, there is a higher percentage. And I think he said 60 to 75%, something like that. But it was in the 60s percent chance that you can have pneumothorax again, and for the third time, and maybe a fourth time again, depending, because it still depends on what's causing it. There could be some damaged tissue on my lung that's just weak, and every time I fly or do something, it could happen again. Something, oh gosh, I can't remember the term they use for like the little air, some air sacs around your lungs that of course could cause pneumothorax, blips, something like that. And they would need to go in and assess that too and possibly remove it. So if I were to have a surgery, from my understanding what it looks like, and I'm just going to tell you the way that I understood it, it would be 2 small holes here just to take the camera to look in my lung, figure out what it is, to kind of create like some scarring or maybe some scar tissue or something like that on my chest to act as a Velcro to my lung so that my lung would no longer collapse. If there's a small hole that's causing a leak in my lungs, they will repair that. Just anything that's going on with this lung, they will repair. The chances of me having pneumothorax again after having this surgery is about a 5% chance, which to me is greater than having a 65% chance of my lung collapsing again. But they said if I wanted to have it while I was there, I could. If I wanted to schedule my follow-up, discuss it, we could. And that's where I'm at, because I'm still recovering from my hysterectomy, and a lung surgery, it sounds so just out of this world to me. I don't know how I got here. I am grateful though that it's not worse, but I am a little sad that, you know, I'm looking to have another surgery. I am very much outgoing. I'm ready to go. Even when I'm in the house, I don't sit down. I'm always cleaning, decorate. You know, it's always something for me to do. With this pneumothorax, I've kind of slowed down a little bit. 1, because I don't want to make it worse. 2, is just because I'm trying to allow it to heal. And I'm just in a place where I'm just not sure. I'm not saying I'm not going to do it, because from a long-term perspective, I know I need to make the best decision for my body. Obviously, I don't want my lung collapsing every, I'm gonna just say, year, even every 6 months if it get worse. But and I also don't want to wait until I'm much older and really need this surgery, and then the recovery at 60, you know, I'm gonna say, is a lot worse. I am really going to pray about it, do some more research, and just kind of figure out. But I just wanted to come on here and let you guys know how I ended up in the hospital, because I feel like my previous videos, I showed y'all that I was kind of moving back outside, just trying to live a normal life. And yeah, whole lung collapsed, and now I may be having surgery again. So I will keep you guys posted. If you know anyone that's gone through like a similar situation, you have any feedback on what you think I should do, and you know, what would you do? Let me know. I had a friend whose mom has had a chest tube, which they didn't even offer me that, which I don't think I want that from what I've heard anyway. But yeah, I had a friend whose mom had some lung issues, and she's doing great. So just y'all let me know what y'all think. I don't want to have a surgery for everything, but I don't want to. I'm trying to be well. I need to be well for my kids. I need to be well for myself. So just let me know what y'all think. But anyway, I'm gonna get dressed. I told you I'm going to try to get out today and maybe walk around HomeGoods a little bit. Fly. I'm going to get the fly. I can't stand. And they bold. I'm making a video. It just keep flying in here. Like, excuse you. But I get the girls out. I have 2 girls that don't have braids in their hair. And y'all remember my last video, they've been swimming. And when they came to visit me in the hospital, I did their hair a little bit, but it's like, I need to do their hair. Oh, you gotta slow it down. So anyway, let me get them ready and we'll get out. I just wanted to tell you guys what's going on with me. Again, let me know if you have any insight on pneumothorax or anything related to lung. If you've had a surgery, know someone who's had a surgery, please y'all give me a little bit of feedback because I need it.